Sister Banks.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. Anything exciting today?
Not really. The wife is nagging me. Kids getting on my nerves. Trying to make it still.
What's wrong? What's going on with the kids and the wife?
Kids, Brianna, she had a baby, so now, we're taking care of her. But on top of that, the house isn't big. We got a trailer park. 6 kids plus my grandbaby and then my wife. So it's just frustrating and it's hard. I'm really trying to get this job and trying to make a way for my family.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We're going to do everything we can do, especially me as your social worker, to help, relieve your stress and your frustration of everything. I know transportation is an issue for you. How did you get here today?
I actually got here by my brother-in-law. Yes.
I noticed that your brother-in-law is very helpful. He came with us to the social service agency last week.
My in-laws are very helpful. My mom did give us she gave us property so we could put our trailer on the property that she gave us in Smithfield. So my in-laws are definitely helpful. So it's definitely it's good. Trying to make it.
So how would you say your connection is with your brother-in-law? Is it a strong connection? Is it a weak connection?
I would say it's strong, but it's kind of weak also. It's strong, but it's frustrating because, some men men always feel like you got to be the household. And as of right now, I'm not providing for my household. Like, I can't do what I used to could do. I can't farm. I don't work at the shipyard no more. Like, I can't do what I used to do. So I think it's kind of frustrating for him to know that we need his help. And his sister is married to a man that can't really provide for them. So I think that it's frustrating for him, but he's cool. I really do love my family and my in-laws, but I know it's frustrating for him too. So that's where we bump heads at most of the time.
Well, I see a strength of yours that you're very caring and, you care about others. You're not, just using your brother-in-law, but, as a family, you want him to be there to help provide when you're at a down moment, which is understandable. So I do have an understanding that you do have a farming business. Is usually up and running during the summertime, and when the winter time comes around, it's a little...
Yeah, it's dead. It's so hard.
So how is that?
Well, like I said, I'm 45, but I've been doing this thing since I was 12. So it's at this point, I just can't. My bones can't take it. So being that it's off season, it feels good, but again, I'm not making no money for the house.
Right.
So at this point, it's just like you gotta find something because I don't know what else to do. I don't.
Understandable. So that's why we went to the social service agency last week. Now, I want you to tell me about your thoughts and your feelings of it, of our experience together.
I don't think the people were very much understanding. I also wasn't understanding much. I think that they didn't give me very good direction on what to do. They were rude a little bit, and it was kind of like you have to be mean in order to get something out of it. And I don't like that. That's not what I like. And I understand that maybe my education is low and I do need help, but that doesn't mean that I have to talk to y'all some type of way in order to get my way. And that's what I feel like I'm gonna have to start doing, because I stepped back and I kind of let it all go for it, try to see where it was gonna go, but nobody wanted to help me, and I don't know what to do. So it's not like I know the steps and what to do and what to say, and so I didn't like it. It was very frustrating, and I wish they would have said something before we got there, like, you need your birth certificate. Like, I'm very happy we got food stamps, but still, now you still hindering me from getting my job, and I have kids to take care of.
Right.
And I understand that I don't have education and all of that, but I got work skills. something. Y'all
Which is very important. That's a strength of yours, you know. You can tell that you do whatever it takes to take care of your family.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that you guys are in a, you know, a tough situation right now, and you can tell that you came from, you know, a culture that's all about positivity and strength. I have realized that about you.
Thank you.
What I do want to say is that I understand that you can get frustrated because, you know, all of this is coming at you at one time. You're focused on, you know, trying to provide for your wife and your kids and even your grandchildren. You trying to, you know, get out of the situation you're in now and find a better job, which is understandable as well.
Hard.
And I just want you to realize that you're doing the right thing. You know, a lot of other men in your situation, you know, are passive and, you know, don't want to speak up. And you know, get the help that they need. And I'm glad that you're realizing that, you know, you want to do better for your family. And even though that the social service building is kind of a tough, but it gets you frustrated, you're still sticking it through and trying to get it done. Now my question is, you know, what can we do to settle your frustration? What can we do the next time you go visit the social service agency? What can we do to make a change so that the process will be better for you?
I think just knowing exactly what I need when I come in there. Like, do I need my ID? Do I need my birth certificate again? I need to know all of that stuff because it's like, now you guys are slowing up my process to me thinking that I'm gonna get my services right then and there, but really I have to come back because I need all of these things before you're even able to see me. So I understand they put it in a thing called a computer. They was typing it up, writing it up. I understand that, but I don't even know, do I need to bring that back? Like, I need to know what is it that I need to bring in order to be prepared, because obviously they weren't prepared for me.
Which is understandable. And so for your next visit, we'll make sure is, you know, we can call up there, you know, ask them all of the requirements that and the certificates and the information that you need before you even, you know, go up there. Okay.
Because, you know, transportation is hard. So it's hard if I get up there and it's a waste of time. So I don't want to waste my time because it takes a lot just to get up there and trying to get out of Smithfield and trying to go into the city anyway. So yes, it's hard.
Right. And I noticed that your brother-in-law came with us to the agency last week. How did you feel about that? Like, you know, would you want him to come back with you next time, or would you like to bring someone else or go by yourself?
Like I said, me and my brother-in-law's relationship it's a positive, but it's frustrating, and I feel like it was positive for him to be there, but he really didn't help me in any certain way, but he never frustrated me also, so it wasn't like he was a burden in my face, but it wasn't like he really helped do anything for me, because the same way he ain't have his stuff, you know, I ain't have mine, so it ain't really much we both knew and could do, so he didn't really frustrate me, but it was just, you know, whatever.
You was just there.
Yeah, just there.
Which is understandable. You always need that support. But, you know, the fact that you do get frustrated, you know, when you go into the social service building, do you think it would be best for, you know, to bring somebody with you that you know is going to help you in the process?
No. The wife gets on my nerves, so kids ripping and running. I think that this will be my time to get away from everybody, because like I said, it's the off season from the farm, so I think being able to go into the city and go into the social service building is really kind of like my getaway time. So no, I think that I don't, even though I know I may need to work on some stuff, I don't need none of their help. I want to show them that I can do it by myself, and y'all can depend on me.
Another strength.
Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that, you know, As a social worker, I'm all about promoting social change and betterment for the individual. So I'm happy to hear that you wanted to be independent. Um, so for your next visit, can you, in order to get things done, um, I need you to be more assertive. So, once we call up there, find out the documents that you need to go up there. um, I need you to, be more upfront and ask people, so that you can get things done. Is that okay with you?
So what is assertive? Am I supposed to be rude? Do I need to step on some toes because I can? Or what is assertive? Because I don't even know.
So
I don't know how to even spell it.
I don't want you to be rude, Mr. Banks, but I want you to be upfront. So, once you go in there and you're going to see if you're eligible for, food stamps and jobs. So I want you to go to them. It might be a lot going on like it was last week, but I want you to go to the nearest worker that you see and tell them, what are you there for and what you need and what do you want to know, so that they can lead you into the right direction.
Okay.
I don't want you to just go in there and just stand there and don't get anything done. Is that okay? You can do that for me?
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna work on it. I hope they can do what they part and understand that. Look, you're working with people that don't really know, so be a helping hand.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so I want to touch back on your family. Is that okay? I want to know the connection that you have with your wife.
Like I said, I think it's probably like me and my brother. It's positive, but it's frustrating at the moment because she is the breadwinner and I'm not. So it's hard.
Okay. And your kids, I understand that transportation is a little rough right now. Is everything okay as far as them getting to school?
There's school buses. The bus stop is a mile away from the trailer park. So I mean, they gotta walk to the bus stop. But hey, the kids need the exercising.
And how is the grandbaby? How old is she?
She's 2. She's good. It's kind of like that's our daughter too, because my Brianna, she's a teen mom, so she doesn't really understand. But that's another thing. It's frustrating on that part because we have to now play this role of being parents again to this little baby, and it's hard.
Yeah, which is understandable. And for Brianna, have you ever talked to her about seeing a social worker and getting the services she needs?
Well,
do you think that will be, helpful for you? That will relieve the stress off of you?
I do, but I just want to at least work. I want to see what y'all can do for me first.
Right.
Because from the social service, it just gave me a bad taste in my mouth. So I feel like if I'm able to maybe go back in there and it's a whole better, feeling, then of course I'll be ready to bring in my daughter. But if I don't get that, I'm not bringing in none of my family into that environment because no. I'd rather struggle than to have to deal with rude people that think you're incompetent because you don't have a degree or a high school diploma in reading.
I feel you. I honestly feel you. Now, I made a eco map. This is basically, this is you right here, Mr. Banks, and an eco map is a diagram that I've drawn myself, and it's like the elements around your space that forms you, whether in a positive way or have a conflict in your life. So here we have you right here in the middle, and we have your family. I drew a positive line right there. Far as family, This is because you're a very hard worker. I see that as one of your strengths. You really do care about your family, and even though you're in a tough situation right now, you're still managing to take care of your 6 kids, your wife, and your grandchildren. Also, that your wife is. I see that even though you said that she's frustrating, but you guys are managing to work together to take care of your kids. She's managing to be there for you when you're, down and to provide for you so you can get where you need to go. So that's a very strong connection there. For I have education. I also have a strong connection, and a weak connection. That is because we understand that you have little to no reading, which is okay because you do have a strength to work as you stated, and I have the strong connection there because the fact that that you you was willing to receive more education but could not get that at the time. You're more on it with your kids, so that's very positive that you see education as a very strong element that your kids need to receive. So that's a very positive connection. Work, of course, we have a stressful connection and a strong connection. The stressful comes from you being stressful, trying to get the requirements and things you need from the social service building to receive a job. With your own business, which is good. It doesn't run as good as it does in the summertime, so that can become stressful as well.
Yes, very much so.
But the strong part about it is that you're realizing where you are, and you're realizing the effect it has on your life, and you're strong-willed. Like you want to go further and get that job so you can get it done, which is very good as well. For social services, you see that we have a weak connection there and a strong connection as well because we need to get everything we need to get done through the social service agency so that you can receive your benefits.
Right.
I just, I'm very big on the social service part because I don't want you to, get so frustrated to the point where you just give up. So, I want to set some goals on, what can we do to make it better. I understand that, you stated that we will call up there, but, what do you think you can do within yourself?
I think I maybe can, not be passive, more so like you were saying, assertive, and be more straight to the point rather than trying to see if they'll assist me. I need to ask questions. I need to ask questions. I need to, and calling up there to make sure I need to,
Okay, well that's good to hear. So, you have a week to get back to the social service building to see if you're eligible for your benefits, correct? Okay, so transportation is a problem. How do you I think we should set goals, a SMART goal, which is specific, measurable action, realistic and time consuming goal to get what you need to get done. And I understand that transportation is a problem, and transportation is a goal that we need to acquire together so that you can receive your services. So what do you think?
Well, I plan on getting there through the bus, so I'm gonna have to get up some money so I can get on the bus there and back. So I think that's my goal, is to just find a couple of dollars, some change, so I can get on and get off.
Okay, And how would you find? What would be your actions into finding that little change so that you can get on the bus?
Well, I know my brother-in-law, my in-laws, period, my brother-in-law, my mom-in-law, yeah, I know they are willing to help. My wife, more so, is probably gonna be frustrated at the fact that I'm asking for more money. So I think that's a no. So probably my in-laws. That's where I plan on asking.
So with your wife, you said she's frustrated when you ask her for money.
Mm-hmm.
Does she still give it to you and give you problems, or she just, you know?
She gives it to me and gives me problems.
Which
So
is
I don't wanna go there with her.
Right, which is understandable. And so how much money would you need to get on the bus to make it to the agency and back?
I believe $3. I believe it's $150 going, $150 coming back. So I need $3 to get there and back.
Okay, that's not, that's decent. And you will have a week to get this done, correct? Okay, so I made our SMART goal. I'm going to tell you what it means again. S is for specific, M is measurable, A is the action oriented, R is realistic, and T is for time. Okay, so where the specific is that, we need the transportation in order to get to the social service agency. This is measurable because, it's something that we can measure now and, plan to get done. The action is that you will ask, your in-laws, your mother-in-law, your brother-in-law, all of your in-laws and people that you feel comfortable with, for, a little bit of change to put it all together so that you can equal up to $3. You need $3. Okay? And that is realistic because, you can get 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, and, it can become $3. So that's realistic. The time is a week. Is that okay? So do you plan to start
Today?
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, and far as any other thing that you wanted to make a goal for?
I think that's all. I don't think. Just get in there and making it. I think that's the biggest goal of them all.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting with you.
You too.
And I enjoyed our conversation and our meeting today. I learned more about you and your strengths, and we set goals. When you come back for your next meeting, I want us to, talk more about your visitation at the social service agency. Remember to input what we talked about.
Assertive.
Yes, thank you. Remember to, be assertive and, try to get things done. We're going to talk about that when you come into the next meeting, and I will hope that we can set new goals for what's going to happen next. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And, have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one, Mr. Banks.